let's see what we have here. Ah, perfect. Vaz got back to me. Ah, really? You sent him a letter? Well, yes, to some extent. Well, what's it say, lad? Let's see. The use of the blood. Then they discover that for themselves. Part of the grander spell. Make sure they get a hold of the item in Austria. Okay, yes, I can make sure that happens. Really, lad? The blood of mythos virgins? That's really the term we're gonna use, first of all. And second of all, lad, we need how much and why? Well, quite simply put, Mac, it's the most potent way of performing the ritual. Are you sure about that? I'll be frank, I don't know. You don't know. So you're just gonna ride with this as if Vaz is telling the full truth. Well, ladies, folks, and gentlemen, for those of you listening in right now, you may realize that, Vitus here basically has just made Clara a bloodthirsty maniac, and after discovering the secrets beneath the bent pyramid and Lewis getting a charge up to his weapon, it would appear Clara has gotten a bloodthirsty attitude. This is my job, Mac. You never take charge on this. Whatever, lad. It's not like you're gonna speak it to him straight anyway. Okay, you're having a timeout, mister. Yeah, timeout. I sure have the body. Ladies, folks, and gentlemen, welcome to episode 13 of Masks of Nyarlathotep. Deserts old and new. So, how you gonna put me in timeout, lad? You can't do it. You got no way of doing it, lad. Not after all the work I did to get you back. Are you growing cruel, lad? I don't know.
In the cool night of the desert, like right as the sun is going down and the bent pyramid just off in the distance, Ahmed has made camp. There's a small fire going in the center that he's managed to set up. And as you return, he just looks at Clara with this fear in his eyes of, oh God, I feel like as if I'm about to be murdered. Describe how she looks. What kind of look is she giving?
Well, really, she's just staring at him quite intently. Like, it's not a malicious look, per se. She doesn't look like you wouldn't look at her and instantly think, oh, she has murder on her mind. But it's a very intent, very focused kind of look.
He makes sure to keep the fire between you and between you two. Madam, are you okay?
I'm fine. Yeah, absolutely. Why do you ask?
Oh, no, nothing. Just thought the desert was getting to people. It's fine. It's fine. He shakes a little nervously. I've seen this in people before. You go wandering out in the desert. You start to look incredibly tired like that. Maybe you should consider getting some rest. I'll just here. Gestures towards which tent is yours.
No, really, I'm fine. I'm not tired at all. I feel great, actually.
Great. I'll just be over here making sure things are all right, keeping an eye on the camels. Don't want them running off or anything. He's just kind of tending to his fire. What are the others doing while this like little conversation has happened? Are you just like approaching the camp and just gonna sit down for a bit, or what is it that you just kind of want to do back at the base camp?
I will sit down and smoke my pipe.
Yep. Sit around the fire, get as warm as you can, just think about how you just faced down some all-powerful being. Fucking hell.
Professor?
Wondering about my chili still.
Hmm.
What it would have been like.
And as you all sit down and kind of gather yourself around the fire, Ahmed just kind of goes, "All right, so where are we going tomorrow? Staying here? Are we doing more digs, or what?"
I think we got what we need from this site.
All right.
This briefing.
So where to
Yeah.
next then, Mr. Newsome?
I'll be frank. Those. Trying to think of where we need to, what we want to do next. Guys, I know we were talking about going after, I believe it was the Clive expedition we were thinking about looking into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clive?
That could be it.
He pipes up. Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah?
Yeah. You see, I've got a couple of friends. We, we're not just I just don't run just one camel business. We, I have like a bunch of friends who run a couple as well, and we trade back and forth whenever we need to in a town or something,
I could do it.
But yeah, I've got a friend who is guiding them right now. Yeah, they apparently they found some mummy at Giza, but well, that was the weird thing is it was stolen.
I don't suppose you could help us get in contact with them or your friend at least.
Oh, if we probably go to wherever they are right now, we could probably just find him there.
Looks towards the others. You guys thinking that? I mean, good as leave it as any, I think.
Yeah.
Does it contribute to what we're trying to do here?
Just to be sure, Clara, are you alright?
Yes, I'm absolutely fine. What? Do I not look? Do I look not good? Do I look bad?
Clark, make a psychology check.
Ooh. Lovely.
Not any worse than you usually do.
Did pass?
Wait, hold on. No, not at all.
Nope, no clue. Clara, you can keep saying what you're saying without confirming or denying.
Great. Well, then I feel absolutely fine. Really, I don't know what you're all so worried about.
Great. Yeah, just checking in on everyone. It has been rough.
I'm sure it has been. You know what they say: sand, coarse, rough, gets everywhere.
I hate you.
Everywhere.
I don't. Well, if you want to speak to the Clive expedition, then I can totally. Then I can absolutely make sure that you're connected and have an easy time in there.
Just making sure out of character.
Yes.
The Clive expedition, because we're at the pyramid further south, right?
Yes. The Clive expedition would be north of here.
All right. It's not the one that furthest north.
No. The way it would be is that the pyramids of Giza are very close to Cairo. You took the boat down the Nile to get to here. And so you could, if you wanted to, just meander your way with camels back to Cairo.
Yeah, I was just trying to remember in what order they came.
You got it right. Memphis is the middle stop. It's right next to the Nile as well, so you can refuel on water.
Well, Charlie's gonna be fine with whatever. His main point is that do we already have what we came for, and should we move on?
I mean, we can't think of anything else we need from him there. what we came for, wasn't it? We got a clues on what happened to them previously. I mean, we got the answers practically.
But there's no harm in looking for more information. Right?
I would like to ask Lewis to make an intelligence check. Since I think Lewis could piece this together, given how resistant you were in dealing with the Black Pharaoh.
Okay. All right, that's a pass.
I'd like to ask you a question. Do you believe him?
I'm sorry.
Well, do you believe him? Do you believe the Black Pharaoh?
No.
He gave you the answers, but is he telling the truth?
It's not something that I'm too trustworthy, damn it. Out of character, that's just me.
Because I only let you do this because you were the one who were like, nope, I'm not taking this deal and I'm sending you back to the Shadow Realm. But
yeah. I feel like Lewis definitely had his suspicions, but perhaps like what he said could have been the truth, but it probably wasn't. That idea.
now, mind you, this is all in your head. You have not voiced this out loud, especially in front of him. Because Ahmed would just look at you like you're some kind of loony.
Yeah.
Yeah, we met the Black Pharaoh, didn't you know?
Yeah.
Oh.
In the pyramid. Right, good chap.
Yep.
But yeah, in any case, Charlie's and my point is, do we need to, or are we just faffing about?
You know what?
Did Nash give me the answer?
And the main reason I'm raising that is because out of character, I don't really see what else it is we're doing here.
Yeah.
Because we have the stone piece with the locations and stuff like that.
Saw the map inside. Clara took that stone from the top. We basically made it so no one else would be able to summon the Black King again, most likely.
And
It's
it's
more of
like,
these stones.
maybe I'm just being stupid and missing something here. But it's again mostly out of character. I don't really see what we'd gain from going to the other locations. And that's sort of what I'm echoing with Charlie, because he doesn't really see that either.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm going to say. I'd like you all to get some rest before you make your decision in the morning.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
But right before you make your decision, everybody makes a willpower check.
Oh lord.
Oh.
Okay. That was the wrong one.
Hey, pass. Look at that.
Yep.
Willpower, is that only against POW or against sanity?
How?
Not sanity. I'm not judging your sanity here.
Oh, that's good.
Then I fail.
You fail. Clara, you succeeded. Yeah, you have a 95.
I did, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of willpower.
Charlie, since you failed, you get a dream. This intense calling from just this vision begins to cross your eyes. You see before you this young woman. She looks to be about 20-ish. And as she stands before before you, you're in this giant room, and there's like this collection of artifacts, one of which you recognize as the crown that you rescued from the temple under the shunned mosque in Turkey, the Crown of Natochris. I believe I mentioned that to you, correct?
Yeah, you did.
But you also see this girdle and this necklace as well. And the three of them wrap around this person who's before you and turn her into the Black Pharaoh. That is when you wake up in the middle of the night with a small huff, and you notice that for whatever reason, you've snagged Clara's golden mask apparently in your sleep and put it on without realizing it. Meanwhile, Clara,
Yes?
as you kind of wake up in the middle of the night, you're able to stop yourself before you almost try to do something to attack Ahmed while he's sleeping. You left your tent for a while in the middle of some sort of sleepwalking fit, but at the last moment, you're able to pull yourself back, able to restrain yourself. But do you keep restraining yourself?
That all depends on what I'm doing. You said I'm what, like standing over
Like
him?
you're like trying to scratch at him and like use something sharp to pull some blood from him. It looks like that's what you were about to do.
It's not as if a nick on the arm would kill him, or even hurt him badly.
What would you contain the blood in?
Can I make like a luck roll for a jar or something? Bottle, jar, canister?
Go for it. That's not too laughable. Go for it.
Thank you. I mean, if she sleepwalked her way into man's room, it's reasonable to assume she sleepwalked her way into some equipment for this. How much luck do I have? I think that's good. That passes, yeah.
Yeah, you've got a small little, like empty bottle, probably from like an eyedropper or something.
All right then. Yeah, I guess just yeah, she's just gonna attempt to cut his arm open without waking him up and just gather a few drops of blood. That's all.
First aid check.
This is the opposite of first aid.
Yeah, bloodletting is an old form of first aid.
Second aid.
Second aid. I'm gonna spend 1 point of luck and make that a pass.
One little prick. Good thing he's a heavy sleeper. You get a couple of bits in there. About a milliliter. Tiny little amount. Just enough. The bout of madness is over.
Okay. Back out nice and quietly.
As you go back to your tent, you notice that your golden mask is missing from Peru.
So someone's been through my bag. Hmm. Gonna have a little peruse of the campsite, see if there's any signs of, movement, disturbance, footprints in the sand, things like that.
Pretty big shoe size.
Hmm.
Entering in and out of your tent, heading straight to where Charlie is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow the prince into his tent. Maybe he took it for a joke and he's got it somewhere out in the open. I'm just gonna take it back and we'll say no more about it.
And you walk in right as Charlie wakes up from the dream. What do you do? Either of you.
I'm sorry, Clara. I'm not interested. It'd be mean to Yak.
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear that and what? Hang on a minute. What are you doing?
Sleeping.
No. With that
Not
mask.
anymore. I woke up with this freaky shit thing. Can you take it back, please?
Yeah, I can take it back. But... So what? You?
And don't go putting it on my face when I sleep anymore.
I
Fucking
didn't.
creepy.
I didn't. You came and took it.
Have you taken the mask?
Can do. Yep, she's just gonna take it straight back.
Michelle's gonna roll over to the other side and fall back asleep.
Okay, either you're screwing with me or you had some kind of attack of sleepwalking kleptomania, and I'm not sure which is scarier.
Wasn't joking, he's sleeping.
Oh, he's just like, I fall asleep in 5 seconds!
Rude.
Wake up, dickhead! I've got questions for you!
Ah! I told you I'd be mean to Yak. Go sleep.
No, not yet.
Okay. What can I do for that? Charlie's gonna start stuffing his pipe now that he's evidently not getting any sleep.
It's about 5 in the morning.
Fine.
Look, sun's nearly up. Come on. Okay, so genuinely, either this is some really elaborate trick, which, haha, very funny but not your best, or you have no memory of coming into my tent, taking my mask, and putting it on.
Well, it's probably that then, because my hijinks are fucking hilarious. Why'd you bring the creepy fucking thing anyway?
I'm not entirely sure. I didn't feel like leaving it at home would be a good idea.
Right. Well then, yeah. Seems I sleepwalked. I do that sometimes.
You do?
Evidently. I did.
Bearing that in mind. Did you see anything?
Yeah, I saw a woman with the crown of some such, and some other things, turning into the Black Pharaoh.
That's interesting. Absolutely nothing close to what I saw when I wore the damn thing.
Well, what did you see?
Clips. And I was having an eclipse. I was having lunch with Mr. Vaz for some reason.
I believe it.
Mm-hmm. And there
Fairly
was...
certain before this is over, we're gonna have lunch with the fucker.
I hope not. There was some monster rising out of the water or something. Giant figure. It was bad. It was bad. You saw something completely unrelated to that.
Yep. I don't know. Maybe we should check in on that crown once we're back in Cairo. I'll see if I can get a message to Rama.
Good thinking. Yeah.
See so someone haven't nicked it.
That'd be just our luck.
We're gonna have to nick it back.
Well, some of us are pretty good at nicking things back.
Yeah, I am. Right, shall we wake the others up and see what we're gonna do today?
Might as well.
As the others wake, Ahmed goes, I feel... Must have scratched myself in the night or something. It's fine.
Oh, you alright?
Yeah, I seem fine. Just got a little... Must have popped a zit or something? I don't know.
Ow.
That's it. That's all it is. He just kind of begins. So, all right, boss, where are we going? Back to the boat, or are you heading to visit the Clive expedition?
Charlie looks at the others, smokes his pipe.
Alright. What would we expect to find there? Following the expedition further ain't all bad, but
No. Trying to
It's-
think if we need to.
I'll give
Do you-
you.
wait, the area we're going now, is that was the Dutch guy still with them at that point or already left?
He mentioned in passing, though he never explained it, that the Dutch guy, he goes, they removed me from the expedition. Like, he drunkenly said that he was kicked out.
Okay,
that's
so
how
don't
we
really
found
have
that.
the timeline at the moment.
Yeah.
Huh.
Ahmed says, yeah, I was talking to my friend, what is it? They mentioned that, like, they had that guy and they kicked him out after the mummy was stolen, claiming that, he was responsible for losing it or something.
They lost a mummy.
Yeah, sarcophagus and everything.
Wow.
Oh.
Someone was hungry.
If we did lose it, that's something that's rather impressive, I'd say.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah, it
still
took
out
them
in the
12
water.
days to drag it out of the pyramid, and then out of the pyramid of Giza, and then once they did, it was stolen in a day and disappeared overnight.
Maybe it walked off.
With the sarcophagus in hand?
I don't
Hey.
know.
Maybe.
Going back to bed.
Ask them could be some help.
Mm.
The other thing that I would mention is that also, when they went to the pyramids of, when the Carlisle expedition went to the pyramids of Giza, you were informed that they saw some stuff there as well, which is a reason to go there.
Yeah.
Since they may have seen some things there that made them go to the bent pyramid, which could be useful to know about. But again, if you think these are all frivolous leads and might only just confirm what you already know, you can totally skip town.
I must say that I'm interested to see what kind of sarcophagus it was. if there was anything special about it further. I don't know how the group feels about it.
Actually, very good
I'm down
reasoning.
for it.
I know Clara here would be all for staying, it seems.
So, Louis, what will it be?
Why'd you call me that?
'Cause you think
Fast,
it's-
why?
Meanwhile, somewhere in the alternate dimensions of space, I think I'll call him Louis. Oh, by the way, mark your calendar. It is Saturday, the 14th of February.
It is.
You survived Friday the 13th, guys. You did it.
Wasn't even conscious for it.
Yep, there'll be
And
another
only
one in
two of us-
March.
Only 2 of us had noteworthy experiences. I'm sure it's nothing.
I suppose it could be worth having a look over there, even if we do try and keep it a bit brief.
Ahmed just says, well, it would be a day by boat if you want to get to Cairo, but it'd be 2 days by camel if you want to. 2 days by camel if you want to take the slow road.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably so. Departing now, taking it easy. We could probably catch them at the end of the workday. A chance with an interview with them.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah.
To Memphis?
Memphis?
All right. On we hop. Taking the camels northward. The second day on the camels is a little bit smoother. You kind of now know how to kind of ride these things. The deserts are long and winding, but you're making your way towards the Nile, and as a result of this, you start to see the greenery slowly appear over the horizon. And as you get closer and closer, you start to see the ruins themselves, big and giant. There's a lot of scaffolding, and you see a lot of workers just over the horizon, just mining and looking for artifacts. Tents right on the outside of it. And as you pull up, everyone makes spot hidden checks.
Oh,
You
fuck,
definitely-
look at that.
You
Well
definitely
done.
see it.
Yeah, that
You
is
definitely
a... fuck, that's it's not a critical, but
Is it Birdman?
it's definitely
You see-
extreme.
Here's the suspicion. Once you walk over to the ruins, all the workers there seem to be wearing something very familiar. Upside down Ankh patches on their uniforms.
Huh.
As Ahmed proceeds to march with the camels, as you finally pull into camp, he gets off and goes, there you are. There you are, Ibrahim. Pleased to see. And Ibrahim goes, good to see you again, Ahmed. How you doing? Who are these people? Friends of mine. I want to bring them in to see if they could get a moment to talk with the Clive expedition. I can see what I can pull. He goes meandering off and comes back. And you meet this very old gentleman. He's got a nice beard going on, like a very white beard. And he goes, yes, pleased to meet you, Dr. Clive. And he shakes all your hands.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Yes, pleased to meet all of you. What brings you by here in Memphis? I hear you're researchers, is that correct?
Yes, indeed so.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I'm curious about our findings so far. Well, I can't say too much, as you know. Have to, get ready to publish it in the papers and all that. But I am absolutely available for any discussions about Egyptology or recent discoveries.
Yeah, we heard about the events, I should say, that happened to you around with your expedition. We shame to hear about the losing of that sarcophagus.
Oh, yes, it was quite a shame. That Dutch professor, I swear, he pushed it down a ramp or something and accidentally had it shattered and covered it up. What a bumbling oaf, that man.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But I think it was worth it. We did find a bunch of scrolls, though, and we did get to hold on to those.
Yes.
Yeah, what did they
Oh,
talk about?
Very nice.
Completely illegible, unfortunately.
Ah.
Absolute gobbledygook.
Water damage or just like can't be translated?
Time. The paper was beginning to rot.
Mm.
Any of them well preserved enough to have a look at?
I mean, I've done a little bit of reading, and he passes over some translation notes. I tried my darndest, but all it mentioned was something about Queen Natochris or something like that. Apparently, I tried to figure out what I could. I tried to look through all my books, but fortunately, she seems to be a very forgotten queen of Egypt. Almost as if there was a cover-up.
Mm.
Hmm.
And that'd be an interesting discovery.
Oh, yes. Well, it's been an interesting discovery. Oh, allow me to introduce you to my companions. Where are my manners, indeed? Let me just, he just kind of shows off a couple of people. This is my son-in-law, Martin Winfield. He's come out here to join me on this expedition for a little bonding. He's a fellow archaeologist.
Lovely.
How do you do? And this is Agatha Broadmoor. She's a psychic who came along for the ride, but she had a lot of money, so you know how it is.
Yes. Ah.
How do you do?
She talked to us. Oh, yeah. You're doing fairly well, I'd
Hi.
say.
Hello.
We just couldn't.
Say what?
It's as if it's already been picked.
I think you're cutting out, Nash.
Yeah, Nash, you're kind of cutting.
Very important timing.
Fuck.
That was quite clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, we heard the fuck.
Yeah.
The stupid thing it does.
Oh, not this again.
Resume position Alpha Delta 7.
Okay.
Um,
I'm assuming the position.
Stay calm. Stay calm.
How long must I hold it, Nash?
I'm here.
We can have some fun editing that. This a problem he's had before, Echo?
Occasionally.
Okay,
Yeah,
is it stable?
yeah.
Is it stable?
So far,
I
so
heard
so
that.
good.
Yeah, it
Testing,
seems
testing.
stable.
So let me explain. The house's internet, for whatever reason, does this thing where it just logs off, logs on, logs off, logs on, and like occasionally it will go on for half an hour.
Yikes.
When this occurred, I was like, oh shit. During the recording, really? This season is cursed. This season is absolutely cursed, technical difficulties wise.
That's true.
This is
So,
what we get
and-
for taking on the single most prolific Call of Cthulhu campaign.
So this
Yeah.
okay. So back in character. Dr. Clive told you he was trying to say, yes, ever since unfortunately the disaster at Giza, we just haven't been able to find anything in Memphis. It's just been picked dry, it would appear, almost. Though we heard one.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh no.
It's not even the campaign, it's this particular dialogue.
It's this character. It's Dr. Klein. There's something wrong with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Yes. Yes, dear, it did.
Oh, punish. Oops, I did it again.
Mhm.
Zach, no.
Keep that part.
From my phone, then.
Oh, hello there.
I will do this from my phone, then.
Mm.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just... the internet's giving out. Okay, one last time.
It's
I'm going to
okay.
say the exact same
fine.
information. Yes, unfortunately, Giza just didn't... After the disaster in Giza, we then came to Memphis, but couldn't really find anything. It's been picked dry, but the scrolls told us that there would be a necklace here made of obsidian. Which would be very impressive, because I would not know where they would be able to source such a mineral.
That's a good point, yes.
That is
Those
impressive.
imported, I guess, would have to be.
Yes, but the nearest volcano is several miles away. Thousands, even. It would be particularly
Really?
difficult to pinpoint.
Any idea where they might have kept it?
Well, that was the thing. It was only said that to be mentioned buried at a palace here, but until we find out. Hey, boss! We found something!
Well, what do you
found
know?
Seems you found something.
It would appear so. And as the, he rushes over with his companions, to go look at the box. Who joins him? All of you?
I'll
or...
go. Heck,
Yeah.
I'll go.
I'll follow along.
Yeah, I
He
guess.
finds this ancient box. He gives it a crack open, takes a look inside, and
Just opening it.
and he opens it, and it's the Ark of the Cup. No,
Ah,
no. He opens it up, and we found it. Yes, and as he holds it in the sky, Charlie, it's the exact same necklace from the dream.
I suspected as much.
As you should. Ah, yes, finally, having dug this up, at least our search will be for naught. We are celebrating tonight, gentlemen. We'll be back to Cairo very soon.
What will you do with this find?
You say that again? Sorry.
What will you do with this find?
Oh, I mean, it belongs in a museum, of course.
Surely.
Yes.
Now, more importantly, what's this? And some additional scrolls. Must get to work on the translation.
You want a hand?
It's not as...
No, I'm good. I can read these pretty well, I think.
he's good with hieroglyphics.
Sure. Why not? I see no problem in it. And if you're going to do this, Charlie, you're going to need to make a hieroglyphics roll on hard. Doing the roll will still yield information. Oh, wow. I think you might have succeeded that.
Spending 4 luck, it's a success.
Well,
Which I do.
it's a bizarre dialect of Egyptian, I'll give you that. Like, it just isn't, like, how it's typically written, if that makes sense. Like, it's Egyptian,
redneck Egyptian.
It's redneck Egyptian. But it describes a couple of things. It tells you of a little bit of the history of this Queen Natochris. That apparently she claimed to be a reincarnation of the Black Pharaoh. She died tragically and was buried under the pyramids of Giza. The other thing you can immediately glean from this without giving it a closer read is apparently that after she died, her soul was somehow like imprisoned into 3 sacred artifacts and then were spread across, and then were trying to be spread as far apart as possible in order to ensure that like she would never rise again.
And this is supposedly one of those artifacts.
Supposedly, yes.
Yeah, I mean, Charlie is quite willing to help this guy with the translation, so I don't think he withholds anything.
Fascinating.
Hmm.
This is definitely a most interesting myth to be certain. This queen is apparently fabled. I mean, like, not much has been written about her, so if this is the case, the Archaeological Society will absolutely have to give me a prize for this one.
Oh, for certain.
Oh, yes. Yes, I shall be dining very well tonight indeed. Please feel free to come join me. We'll probably be opening a couple of bottles of wine I brought, just for such an occasion.
Wine, you say?
Oh, yes.
Well, that would be wonderful.
Brilliant. Mr. Gavigan will also certainly be pleased. He goes back to he goes to his tent preparing for the he goes back for just to unwind a little bit, prepare for the celebration later. The old woman, Agatha Broadmoor, looks at all of you and goes, "You have experienced great loss."
Yeah, when you reach
Why do
my
you
age,
say that?
Russian people die.
We're all above the age of 5, so yeah.
No. All of you lost someone very important to you, and it was all the same person. In addition, you, sir, lost someone who you really cared about.
Why do you say this?
I can just feel it in your soul. Come, the camp's in high spirits. I can hold a seance if you wish.
Really?
I want the psychology of that.
Yes, go right ahead.
That's a success.
She genuinely believes she can do it. Whether or not she actually can is a different question.
It's gonna cost us, isn't it?
You guys can do it if you want. I think she might be able to. I'm not comfortable disturbing the dead.
You don't want to see what happens?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, who is actually comfortable with the idea of trying to summon Bennett?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I don't think actually Clara would, but hey, seance in general, she would jump on this with both feet, so yes, please.
Do I have anything? I would really like to ask Bennett. This was I could be convinced. Let's put it like that.
So who takes her up on the offer? Clara,
Me.
for certain.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna. That sounds a bit iffy.
All right.
Well, if you're gonna do it anyway, Clara, I'll join you.
Okay, Professor, we'll go together.
And tell me, So before we handle that, Charlie and Lewis, what do you plan to do?
So, so sweet. Want to go take a look around, I guess?
Yeah, let's have a look around. Why not?
All right. We'll first deal with the seance.
Character bonding montage, go.
You, Toprak and Clara, you gather around like a table with Agatha Broadmoor, and she sits down and she asks, "Hold my hands, please."
Oh, okay.
All right.
What is the name of the person you have lost?
His name was Bennett. Bennett Price.
Bennett Price. Yes, I'm feeling a connection. Yes. In tune. Uh-huh. Yeah. Then the Holy One grant unto me power to see. And as she says these words, she begins to shift her posture a bit. She's no longer this old woman. She's now standing up straight, a little bit more young, gesturing with a pipe. She's kind of like, scratching her head, like as if she's reaching under a hat that's not there. And she begins to just see you, and he's starting to form. It's a bit of a weird facsimile to Bennett proper, but it's close enough. Have you seen my pipe? I keep misplacing that thing, she says.
No. Sorry.
Ah, jeez, must be under the car seat, I think. And then, meanwhile, I'm going to give you time to think of things you might want to say to Bennett. Meanwhile, the two of Lewis and Charlie, you're poking around the dig site, kind of seeing what people have discovered, when you hear an argument between two of the workmen. I tell you, those guys the other day, I heard some rumor. They were like somebody, like one of the workers was genuinely telling me about some sort of cotton machinery deal. Ah, that's ridiculous. There's no way that that would have happened. Like, no, I swear. Somebody told me they were spies or something. It's like, nah, you think everyone's an English spy.
Keeps
It's
head
funny
slightly down.
because Toprak is the English spy.
Is Toprak even English?
No.
You weren't there for that scene.
Oh.
And as you're there, just like, like the two are just arguing about this.
Keeps head down.
He turns around and goes, hello.
Hello?
Hello.
And
Wait, no. Wait.
You recognize this guy, and he's just like, that was the guy you talked to in the cotton plantation that one time. Oh, I fancy seeing you out here. I thought you sold cotton machinery.
Well, we always like to invest in multiple businesses. You never know what new opportunities lie around here. Yeah?
Yes, I see.
Always willing to expand.
Indeed it is. So, tell me, have you heard back from the boss yet? He was reconsidering your deal earlier.
Yes, I heard that as such.
He's been very, very much helpful with all that. You know, etc., etc.
Yes.
For whatever reason, he seems very nervous. It's as if he's starting to as if there's something about what he's saying that's just not quite adding up.
You say. Do you mind giving some examples that would be harmful to know he's willing to go back on the deal?
No, it's he's fine with the idea of maybe wanting to buy some machinery from you folks. After all, it's a matter of just business and maintenance. He just needs to relax partially and kind of see all the offers he's got, and he's genuinely stumbling through this, and he's just trying to roll psychology.
Yeah, I was thinking. Come on.
That is actually a success for me.
Nice.
Not me.
So, Charlie, you can just tell he's afraid you're going to ask a certain question that has not been asked yet. Why is he here?
Man, what I'd really want to know is, what are the chances we go running into you here?
Oh, well,
And I'm willing to put an intimidation on that as well.
yeah, go for it. Tell me the level of success there.
He's asking it in a sinister way. A very good level of success.
Oh, I just thought I would be working for Omar and just, helping out. He is funding this expedition after all, and providing some workers with it, along with the wonderful, along with other benefactors for this archaeological research.
He's funding it, you say?
Wait, what were you saying, Lewis?
Same thing as Charlie said.
What did Charlie say? You both
we
talked
both
over
said he's funding it, you say. That's what we both said.
Yes. He, along with several other institutions and organizations, and the other guy is just like, this is on you, buddy. I'm leaving. And then the other guy goes.
Is there any particular reason you're here today, right now?
Oh, well,
Is there something that you may be doing?
Meanwhile, back at the seance. As Bennett continues to kind of gain control, he starts sputtering things like, Charlie, I wish I could have told you. I wish I could have. Why didn't I bring you along?
What did you mean to tell?
I guess I've said what I needed to. Then he completely shifts tone and emotion and goes, yes. Si un hombre no se levanta el sombrero ante se le cargante el
Strange, that's not improv.
None of you know Spanish, right?
Nope.
I had caught the word hat, and that was about it.
You can make me a Latin check at extreme if you want to see any cognates that might have shown.
Hang on, I have insane language comprehension. Why am I pissing around with Latin?
Give me that English check.
Thank you.
Oh.
Pass on hard.
Pass on hard, okay. He's saying something. He says, if a man won't raise his hat to you, he's probably a dolphin.
Is
Oh,
Bennett,
oh.
you okay? You all right?
Make an occult check.
Oh fuck.
Both of you can do that. When you if you translate that for Toprak, he can make the occult check as well.
He just babbled some nonsense about hats and dolphins.
Oof. Yeah, my occult ain't that
Oh.
great.
That passes. It's okay.
Let's see here. Apparently, there's an Amazonian legend about shape-shifting dolphins. And he
Huh?
must have been doing that when he was doing research for his book, Skulls Along the River.
Oh, okay. So he's not. Okay, that's fine. Normal Bennett behavior. It's
It never stops once it's started, and it never works. Not ever. I see that now.
you see what?
He just says it again. And it never
How does
stops
this
once
work?
it's started, and it never works. Not ever.
I just wave in front of him. Hello?
You can't hear us, right? Oh boy.
Rock.
Oh,
Hello.
Yes. Yes.
Hi.
Train. Find me on the train.
What train?
You'll know it when you see it.
Okay.
oh.
On the train. Okay.
Fansingar. Fansingar. They are among you with their pretty yellow nooses.
What?
Occult on hard or history will help you here.
Aha!
History it'll be.
History.
Nope.
Surely. Why the hell can't I use the alphabet? Oh, yeah, that passes. Easy.
He's talking about thuggy cults in India.
Oh, that I know all about. I think.
Yeah, he's talking about the thuggy cults of India. These are the while not entirely true in real life, these are the cults that are said to be the ones that like sacrifice people to Shiva.
Oh.
Not entirely true. The human sacrifice thing is a bit of a myth. All right, just 1 second. One of the
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. The internet connection's stable again. I can use my computer.
Huzzah!
And as he starts to twitch a bit more, he goes, I think that's where I saw Vaz that one time. Yes, I saw him there.
On the train?
No.
No.
There, with those men.
There where?
Then he snaps and he changes dialogue and goes, "Oh my god, Jack Brady's alive. He's in
What?
Huh?
And it begins to twitch. He's in.
No.
Get out of my mind! Get out of my mind!
He's in where? Where?
And right as he begins, and already it looks like as if she's beginning to lose control.
Uh-oh.
She starts to. Who? There's another force taking over the. And then she just passes out on the table for a second. And then she gets back up and grins at you a very, very big grin. Meanwhile, back at the interrogation. Oh, I'm just here to make sure they actually found something. That's why I'm here today. They needed the extra labor. The expedition only had so many funds left. That's it.
But I thought you said it was being funded by your boss.
Yes, but there's only so much he can give. I mean, he can only spare his workers for so long.
And yet so far off, too.
We all three know what you're doing here. So the only question really is if you're gonna be upfront or if I'm gonna start breaking your fingers.
Okay, fine. I'll tell you what you need to know.
Good choice.
That they're gathering up artifacts. That they're trying to summon not just Omar. He has there's a, I wouldn't say boss, maybe underling or equal who's working for him, with him. I don't know. I don't know their relationship. I just hear rumors. I just wanted to belong. They took me in. I don't even like the sacrifices.
The sacrifices, huh?
He whispers in hushed tones. Under the pyramid, new moons. It's always when the sky is dark. We gather. The pit. And he's just trying to wash his memories out. When, right as he's saying this, Dr. Clive's son-in-law walks up and goes, "That's enough. You stay out of this."
I'm sorry, do you know this man?
I know all my workers very personally. Now, I would suggest that you leave well enough alone and just back off. He's a big man. He's a very tall man. His blonde hair strikes off the Egyptian sun. Very vibrant sort of way.
Or else, man.
Yes. You may be able to break one man's fingers, but I can have a dozen men break your bones.
All of this for trying to protect my interests.
I was hoping you'd be man enough to do it yourself.
I'm not stupid, sir.
Lovely.
Now, just leave. Leave to our business, and we will be on our way. You leave in the morning, and it'll all be fine.
You'll be on your way? Huh, good to know.
Indeed.
Well, you can get on your way then.
I said, you're going to have a nice meal with us, and you will not mention anything that happened here.
Looks to Charlie.
Understood?
Looks at you.
What do you say, Lulu?
Sure we can settle down for a nice meal?
I'm sure we can settle down for a nice meal.
Back at the seance, her voice has shifted. Miss Broadmoor just suddenly gains this new voice. And she begins to laugh and goes, I didn't expect to see you again so soon, me duckies. How you doing?
Hello there. Who are we
Just
speaking
saw
with?
you at the pyramid, and now you're over here.
Um, uh,
Until your
All right.
friend so rudely interrupted me. Oh, thank goodness he isn't here now. So tell me, you think you can stop it? Because your friends certainly think they can do it.
I think we stand a chance.
You see, this is what I like about you humans. I like that you're all about, help and bravery and all that. I think you're clever. Foolish even. That's why I enjoy watching you so much. I'm sure it's why Vaz enjoys betting on you.
I'm glad Foss supports us, at least.
Oh, yes, yes. Pleased to also see you again, Toprak. We didn't have the full chance to introduce ourselves. Remember the apartment back in Arkham? When you stumbled into that room where Vaz and I were having that conversation.
Whoa. Oh, that is a long time.
Oh, yes.
Great to see you again.
Oh, yes.
I hope the next time we'll meet we will end, but glad to see you for now.
Oh, yes, me ducky. I think it's very good. Now, let's just make this nice and simple. Now, let's just make this simple then. Just so you know, Vaz and I have a bet going on the U4, and I think it's been absolutely fun to watch. But as part of it, won't directly interfere. But just so you know, I wouldn't trust anything Vaz says. And with that, oh my God, what was that? I've never encountered anything like that before. You're dealing with forces beyond power. My mind was just somewhere else. It was labyrinthian and huge. There were hexagonal stones.
Well, thank you for that experience.
Who are you?
Just a group of scientists.
Any science I've seen.
Oh, it's science people will be familiar with later.
Science of a sort.
All right. I suppose we should be getting ready. Dinner should be served very soon.
Yeah, we should. We should.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Back at the interrogation, the tension has eased. He goes, "Come on, dinner's on in 5. Go grab your seats."
I mean, I am all for fighting them here and now, but
You know what? It's up to you. If you take the initiative, I'll fight with you. But like, Lewis would not instantly go for fighting right now. But if he sees you going into combat, he probably would join you.
nah, but I'm sorta. He wouldn't without the backing.
Mm.
So let's just go eat.
Dinner time.
Sit down, gather for a meal. decent amount of food. It's mostly just like dump more rations than usual. But overall, it's nice. There's some fish from the Nile. And as you gather round, the four of you are sat together at this table. At the head is Dr. Clive. Then Martin Winfield, the son-in-law, and then Agatha Broadmoor sitting opposite you.
Out of interest, is the servant guy also here?
Servant guy is not here. He's currently out with the other workers right now.
Good, good.
So you've been here for our major discovery, but what discoveries have you made, Dr. Clive? Just asks to the table.
I must be frank. In my case, my discoveries are more on the scientific side of things.
I
bet you're up to your interest of
You're
discovery,
a scientist. We don't really get many of those out here in the desert.
I mean, these people need help somehow.
I suppose they do.
I mean, also, we're the ones who make all the cool gadgets for the explorers, so...
Yes, of course. We need more of you out here, I say. More scientific research into how these old mechanisms and Dayton and whatnot work. What about you, Professor? Oh, I recognize you. I've read some of your work, Professor Dimir, correct?
Oh, I should know. It's my words.
I'm so sorry I didn't catch your name earlier.
Fan
of your research.
Great to hear there are still intellectual people in these parts.
Oh, please. So many Egyptian archaeologists keep an eye on what you've done. I mean, you've done so much in the field of Arabic archaeology. It's important to keep an eye
Let's say I'm getting a bit tired of my old work, but I'm pursuing a new interest.
Oh, I see. That's what brings you to Egypt, I suppose, then.
Indeed it does. I'll be sure to send you the first of my works when that finally writes.
Perfect. Wonderful. Now, do tell me, who's your beneficiary in all this? Is that new organization you've set up, that archaeological trust fund?
You've heard of us.
Well informed?
It was a little bit of news. I happen to read the Turkish newspapers whenever they come here. It was a minor news story.
Only a minor? Damn.
Better look next time.
Indeed.
We have to find something big then.
Well, perhaps I can convince you to maybe consider taking some funding from Mr. Al-Shakti. The Penhew Foundation has been also surprisingly generous to us.
Yes, the Penhews. I must say, I was shocked that could... away from that.
Oh, sorry. Must never discuss finances at the table. I'm sorry, that was quite rude of me. But,
here. No matter.
But he raises his glass. Here, to the generous donations of wealthy benefactors.
Here.
Here.
There. Clink. He takes a drink. So I suppose you'll be heading back to Cairo in the morning, or do you have other plans?
I must be frank. We're likely gonna head back to Cairo unless my compatriots have any other ideas. Perhaps stick around a bit longer, have a look at this place. Very interesting, I must say.
Indeed.
The work you've been doing here. Yes.
Yes. So, Lewis, let me just make sure I'm getting your opinion here. Are you actually saying that you're going to go back to Cairo in the morning, or are you trying to obfuscate that you are not going to Giza?
I'm honestly, Lewis is kind of BSing this on the fly, so let's say obfuscate.
Yep. He's just going like, nope, no plans to go there, especially after learning that apparently there might be something going on underneath there.
Yeah.
He's like, yes. Well, Cairo is a wonderful place, and, I will miss it when I return to my native England, but it'll be good to be back home very soon. Now I just have to fill out the paperwork with the government to take back the artifact. The boring part of archaeology.
You see, that's the pleasant thing about going into my area of discovery. See, by making new stuff, there's no laws against it. And of course, it's not as fun to discover. We can't discover or make new ones in your industry.
Yes. Well, I suppose. Do you have any questions you'd like to ask him? I'm asking the table because he's really got nothing else left he really wants to ask or say.
Well, I have to say it was a heck of a thing you pulled out of the ground earlier. The necklace and all.
Oh, yes. This will be an amazing discovery. Absolutely will prove interesting speculations about trade during the olden days.
Absolutely. Wondering, would it be possible to just take a little look at it after dinner?
Charm or persuade check. He's not going to give it
Let me
up
think
that.
about this. Let me think about this. An approach. It's gonna be charm, but I'm also gonna bullshit him that I know something about bead making.
Let's go with the charm check.
Charmingly, just I know.
You can just mention
jewelry.
you're an antiquarian. That's not a lie. Like,
it's not.
A lie. Oh, piss.
Do you want to push it, but
Look,
risking a faux pas?
I'll push. Please. Clara is made of faux pas. I'll push it. Lewis, don't make that sound. You're making me nervous.
Yay!
Oh, that passes. We're good.
Oh, good.
Your eyelashes a bit, and he's like, "Oh yes, sure. Feel free to see it. It's thing I can do. Just don't take it away from out of this tent." And he just opens.
Of course
the
not.
And he lets you hold it, lets you inspect it.
Wow.
Psychometry.
Absolutely.
Put it in my pocket.
Put it in my pocket? No, it's not going in my pocket. I just wanted to put hands on it. Pass.
Nice. 1d6
Thank
plus
you.
4 magic points.
Yup.
Holding the necklace gives you visions and feelings of... It gives you this feeling of just, like, darkness and dread. There's this foreboding sense of great power lies within it, but cannot be directly accessed. It must be released. It must be relieved. It would appear that this is a very, very powerful item. And if it were to end up in the wrong hands, it would be disastrous. Finally, you see a vision. Vision of a 20-year-old, of some 20-something woman. Young, and very much looking at you with a death gaze in her eyes. Break out of the vision.
Whew. All right then. Huh. Gonna discuss that with Charlie, definitely.
Madam?
Yes? Sorry? Yes?
No worries. He takes it and he puts it back in the box. Now I must now secure this. Must put this in a very secure crate. Don't want this getting stolen or anything.
No, you absolutely do not. You want to keep a close eye on that one, sir.
Oh, yes, I will ensure as such. You see him immediately put it into one of those crates with a bunch of straw in it, and immediately 2 workers come in and begin to nail that thing shut.
Mm.
Well,
No. That's kind of loud. Hey, listen.
Oh, I am very tired. It has been a long day. I shall be retiring to my tent if you don't mind. Wonderful meeting you folks, and I hope to see you again at some point.
And you.
And he goes off to retire. The other 2 shortly follow suit, unless you want to say something to them.
No.
Then you can return to your camp safely, unless you have something else in mind. We can return to
I
your
mean-
personal camp with some ease.
From the thing we know, if we don't do something here, we're essentially handing the necklace to the cult.
Yeah, we cannot do that.
Mm.
Because that's the information we have, essentially.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
All right. So how well is it protected, and would we like the necklace?
yeah.
But it's more
in a
like,
box.
are
Box is
we
nailed
trying to are we trying to steal it, or do we think the cult is going to try and steal it tonight? Because in that case, we might be able to detect it or catch them red-handed. But I don't know if they're doing that.
Can we assume ill intent? They are certainly a bit shady, but
I mean, of course, after the conversation Charlie and Louis had with the guy,
We'll definitely tell him that to
they
the
were
others.
essentially saying that necklace is ours. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that makes me want to steal it already.
So I mean, it's not going to a museum.
No.
So that's my point. Leaving it here is handing it to the cult.
So we're gonna steal it then.
Yeah, or do we think they are stealing it tonight so we can catch them red-handed?
Well, I mean, if we stay up and kind of keep up an unobtrusive but observant presence around about, we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. If
Both.
cultists come along, we fuck with the cultist. If no cultists come along, we steal the necklace.
Yeah, it works.
Sounds like a plan.
I'm fine with that.
I think it works.
Okay, nice.
All right. How do you want to do this?
How do we want to do this?
Like Clara just said, we keep an unobtrusive presence, which I'd expect is probably stealth.
I can do it easy. I'm always unobtrusive.
Nobody ever even knows I'm here.
You all said
And
I'm just an average
keep a
man.
watch on if the cult is trying to steal it, and if they don't, we steal it.
All right.
Yeah.
Make
What could possibly everything's gonna go wrong?
make
Natural.
again. We're gonna do this as a group stealth check. Then only 2 of you need to succeed.
Oh, thank
That's
God.
good. That's good.
Okay,
Crit.
that's one.
A
Okay.
one.
Whoa!
Okay, that's
No
also
way!
a pass. What do you know? Oh, look, I wasn't expecting that.
Not only do you pass, you're able to get really damn close to the crate without anyone noticing, and you're able to keep
Nice.
very good eyes on it. All 4 of you, as you
We
watch.
stealthy as shit.
As you watch them, you realize 2 things. First of all, 2 members of the Brotherhood of the Black Pharaoh with their little upside down onk patches stand guard in front of the crate with like machine guns, like 2 small little SMGs. Then a few hours pass, and then they have a a changing of the guard, and they're just standing there continuing to keep a watch on this.
Yeah, so they're not taking it tonight.
Of course, I got gun too. Overlays.
So,
Which is what I figured, because they can afford to wait.
Yeah. Do we try and take it? How do we go about that?
How big is the box, it's Captain?
it's a fairly big crate. It's like up to your hips,
Hmm.
about 2 people wide.
Up to my hips or
Like
Toprak's
2?
hips?
Like 2 people
Yeah.
standing next to each other wide, and like
Okay.
up to Clara's hips, let's say, because like she's like,
Oh, that's small then. That's like maybe 3 feet tall, if we're lucky. Unlucky. If only it was Toprak's hips.
the
This is
two
good,
of
though.
them inside of a tent, which is like the crate has the back to one of the tent walls.
Mhm.
All right. So
We open the
remember,
tent flap.
I can basically use my caustic waves to 100% guarantee kill someone. Well, knock out someone.
They will make a
Jeez.
very loud and obvious noise.
Yes.
I was about to say, you're essentially knocking them across the camp.
Yes. But it
uh,
would be
how,
a good first strike.
How loud is the ray gun?
Not very. It does make a soft whirring noise, but if you do it from a distance, you might be okay.
Oh, I could
I could do this.
also. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
I can also.
and
make them insane.
I can sneak up and take the other one. So
Yeah.
hopefully that'd be that.
Drop him. Get the crate quickly.
I don't think there is a safe way we could be doing this.
So we're going to be doing what I'm going to call for your attempt to take the instant knockout rule.
Yeah. My method will kill them, basically.
Your method will kill one of them. You could knock out the other guy to guarantee that they both go down simultaneously.
Yeah.
That could work.
Do you want to go this route?
Yeah, do we want to go this route? Because
they also said that you said the tent was to the back of the crate.
Yeah, the 2 guards. Okay, imagine if you will, the tent is a hallway.
Oh,
there's a doorway in. The tent is the crate is on one side of the hall, and the 2 men are standing next to the crate.
I mean, ideally, the way I'd want to do it is get in there, get into the crate, take the necklace, get out without alerting the guard.
Yeah.
The main point I'm struggling with there is how do we open the crate without them noticing?
I think we very well could. That's the problem. We could leave a hole, but that would leave a hole. That would be noticed. Call the doom train.
That also makes noise. I seem to recall.
We could take out the initial guards. 2 of us work on opening the box, and the other 2 who are better armed stand by and take people out as and when.
The problem with taking out the guard is we take out the guard, and it's obvious the necklace has been stolen.
Yeah.
And
right.
Who does the suspicion then follow?
Most likely.
Yeah.
Unless we somehow manage to pin it on somebody else.
But how does pinning it on someone else help us? Because the way I think about it, we could steal the necklace, plant it on the guy who intimidated us, report that we saw him stole it, The only thing that happens then is that the guy who leads this expedition take the necklace back, put it in the box, and there's still like a fuck ton of cultists here.
Yeah.
So they're just gonna steal it anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't actually help us.
Basically, anything anything
If
we do
we
needs to bank on
disturb-
us
Hmm.
getting the fuck out of Egypt really quickly.
Yeah, if we disturb anything, we need to run after that.
Yeah.
And since we already decided at the beginning of the session that we're kind of done here, we can make a bit of a mess and run our asses off, and no harm done, in theory.
In theory, but we're making enemies.
We are making we're going to make enemies no matter what we do. That's kind of it. So it's either make enemies or knowingly leave a weapon of dark power in the hands of people who are going to use it for ill ends. Either one of these things is going to bite us in the bum. So
No, or we find a way to sneak in, get it, and close the crate.
sneak in, get it, close the crate. It's nailed shut,
Yeah.
is the thing.
Could-
It's nailed.
Could Lewis, with any of his fancy mechanical skills, get the crate open without making an abundance of sound?
It'd be possible. How are the sides of the crate held on? Is it just like planks nailed on, or?
So this is like a traditional wooden crate, so it's mostly planks. But here's
Okay.
the thing, though, Lewis, you are a dock worker by trade,
Yeah.
and you've dealt with cargo like this before. You know, like you've done maybe like one or two things where you silently had to inspect a crate and make it look like it's not tampered. So you know a way to do this, and it would use your mechanical repair skill.
Okay. This is an idea happening. I think I can do this. So we sneak up from behind. I can probably get one of these panels out of the way if need be. We could reach and try and grab it out.
Yeah.
Pull it back in place.
So
Hopefully
you
not.
and me sneak inside in case they discover. So
Yes.
I got your back then.
Please, please.
Can you folks? I'm just gonna ask for one thing, since I'd like Charlie to make this intelligence check. I just want to see about something.
Nope.
Okay.
Must be something.
No. Your plan is sound. I'm just going like, is there some little extra bit of information you would realize? Is what I was saying. Don't worry about it.
Oh boy.
You do make me worry, Nash.
Yes,
Boy.
exactly.
Yes, I say
It's
very
fine.
worrying phrases.
Yes. That should
Yes,
help
you
at
do.
PM.
So let's do this.
Yeah, I mean it's the best option I can see. If you guys want to do something else, it's fine.
Best I can think
I
of.
think this might be the best plan we've come up with.
Now, do we want to get just this necklace or also those papers from the box? I think they put in there. Or is it just the necklace in there?
Necklace is in there. The papers are in there though.
Okay. We got everything? Yeah.
I mean, we have the information from the scrolls already, so I see no point.
Oh, do we? Oh, okay.
Honoring your crit from earlier, I will let you make an easy. I will let you stealth up close to the tent with incredible ease.
Thank you. Now I gotta pass this check.
So what I want to ask though is this: are you going into the tent and then going past the guards, trying to get past them, like crawling under tables or something, or are you trying to go alongside the tent and like lift up one of the walls and like work on it from that angle?
I think if we can slip under the walls right by the tent, right by that, it could work.
To be honest, that's the sort of question where I'm just like, whatever would be most appropriate given the situation.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
it's a tent. The walls are malleable, so sneaking along.
The main thing is like we're not cutting into the tent. We
No.
can't. For the same reason we can't fuck the guards up, we can't fuck the tent up.
Yeah, you lift up a stake from outside, so the wall's a bit more loose.
Mm.
You're able to roll it up slightly just to, make sure that you have it fully open, and make that check.
All right.
The level of success.
Come on, you better work for me. You, that
That's
is
good.
an it's good. I'll spend a few points to make it an extreme. Make sure this goes good.
That's good.
Yeah.
You open it up. You get a couple of planks to move. You see like the ornamental box within there. I would like one of you to make a sleight of hand check to see if you can silently grab it.
I got 10.
Can it be dex at hard instead?
I can do dex at hard.
Let's do that then.
And I will use few points of luck to make that succeed. Let me just check how many that needs to be. 4 points of luck.
You gently move your hand in there. You move like the straw that's used as cushioning. You open up the box. You pull it out. You close it. As you remove your hand, Lewis puts the boards back into place. Very gingerly, very quietly. The boards will be a little bit loose, so if anyone inspects it, they will realize that there was tampering, but to the casual observation, nothing is noticeable.
Hopefully we haven't given them a reason to expect it that thoroughly.
You
At least not until we have left.
You roll the wall of the tent down, and you put the stake back in, and then you leave. And arrive back at the camp where Ahmed is, and he's like, "Hey, you were out late tonight. Partying or what?"
Yeah. I mean, listen, back in America, we're still a bit iffy when it comes to alcohol. I'm taking as much
We
as I
had
can
dinner.
over in Europe.
You're in Africa right now, buddy.
Listen, I've been drinking.
I see what you're doing. Yep, okay. Ahmed just kind of laughs at that. So, where are we going in the morning then? Or would you prefer to sober up before you make that decision?
Yeah, we can probably wait a bit.
All right. So, if anyone wants to discuss or do anything, you have the chance. This is a good opportunity before you make to discuss your plans for the next morning. I will be right back.
I see that message.
I say we leave. Right? Or?
Yeah, I can't see another reason.
Well,
Before they discover what's happened.
I mean, the cult
Yeah.
is making sacrifices and shit, but I don't know if we can do anything about that.
perhaps not.
Other than go there and kill everyone.
Yeah, I think since we just did everything we did in the name of not attracting any attention, that would attract a lot of attention.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why I want to leave.
Yeah. I know you're right. I don't know. I like it here. I might have to come back.
Come back here?
Yes.
So you skipping Giza and heading straight for Cairo and getting the hell out of here, or?
Yep.
Yeah, I personally think that's best.
Probably.
Alrighty then.
Oh, that makes me think.
With that, when the morning comes, he's like, going back to Cairo. All right, let's take the camels and head on out. It is now Sunday. And while you're on the camels, heading back, I kind of want to ask you, where's your plan? Like, where are you wanting to go next? Because the auction is not for another 2 weeks.
That's a good point.
What's between us and the auction?
That's what you got, Giza.
You could stop in Turkey. If you wanted to take the boat, you could try stopping around in England for a bit. For the record,
why would we want to go to Turkey?
Because that's where the headquarters is. You could lay low there for a while, and of course, you have your concerns regarding the crown.
Oh yeah, I mean we're calling Rama from Cairo.
Okay, cool.
Just to check that the crown is still where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, all right. You send him a telegraph. He'll have to go to the museum to go investigate that, but he will call you.
That's good. Because I assume we wouldn't be leaving tonight anyway.
No, you wouldn't.
So we have time to wait for that message.
Yep.
So we'll decide depending on what that message says.
So would you like to say what you do on this day? Because it's going to take a while before you hear it back. Because you arrive on Sunday the 16th. You send the telegraph that day, and you're just in Cairo for a while. So is there anything you'd like to do? Anyone you want to check back in on?
Get the cat.
You see a cat. You pet it.
Maybe it'll join you. Get.
Maybe it'll join you. Maybe it won't. You do receive a visitor, though.
Sounds like a sexy visitor from your tone of voice.
Can't be
It's
Jackson Boston.
It's knocking on Lewis's and Charlie's door.
Oh.
It's the bird
man. It's you again.
It's quite suspicious.
Glasses on.
The night you tell me that you're perfectly fine and perfectly good, an innocent mosque gets burned down. Yeah, you're there. I think you and your company are responsible for it.
What are you even talking about?
Don't you remember the news story from a few days ago? Or do I need to show you your heinous crimes again?
Look, mate.
I'll be blunt with you. I haven't burned down any mosques. That's not my form of entertainment.
If I burned something down, I'd be the first to tell you. Do I look like a discreet man?
He likes credit. I wouldn't do it. I don't get why you're coming after us like this.
Everywhere you go, trouble seems to follow.
It doesn't mean we're doing it. If anything, that means you want us dead.
Look, mate. You're following us. What does that make you?
I am the bringer of justice. I make sure that those receive what is rightfully theirs.
I'll be frank. If that's your goal, then I don't think you need to be following us quite yet, because we didn't do that. Listen, I know how much it sucks to be caught in a fire accident. I'm not going to subject others to that. I can tell you, it ain't fun.
All right. Let's suppose I believe you. That doesn't explain all the incidents. Right as you left, right as you left, Faraz Najjar died.
You said after we left, a man died. When we weren't there.
Here's the thing. How do I know you didn't order the hit on him? You talked to him. I watched you from his shop when you were in his shop.
I was in a shop.
Yes. Oh, wait.
Someone was evidently pissed we talked to him.
Yes. And now you have blood on your hands.
No?
Yeah,
I
but
don't.
not his.
His killers are still at large.
And it's a
Yeah.
shame.
I'd be careful if I were you.
Do you want our help capturing them? That'd be a neater way to get us on your side, I think.
In that terms, we would probably have similar goals. We don't want this to be happening, I'd say.
You want to work together on this? Featherface?
On that note, do you have a name that we can call you other than Birdman? Because, like...
They call me the Grackle.
The Grackle?
Only you call you the Grackle.
That's what they call me in my native New York. I've been inventing the streets of Manhattan for a while now.
Okay, you say around New York. I've never heard of you, man. I'm native.
Roll an education check.
Education.
Yes.
Alright, let's see. Are we gonna get lucky? Oh, that passed. Yeah.
Right, because he's written about in those gossip articles you never read.
Ah.
Yeah, the Grackle. There was rumors apparently of a superhero meandering around New York or something.
Yeah. Why? Only someone calling themselves the Grackle would be in those articles.
Yeah.
So do you want to work together on this or not?
The fact you followed us all this way surely shows you have some interest in us, other than trying to take us out or something. So I say, why don't we proposition the working together for now at least? If you don't trust us, you don't trust us, but we're innocent. I can tell you that.
All right. If you want to help out with this, then you're going to tell me, what does this symbol mean to you? And he shows you the upside down Ankh.
Well, I know a bunch of farmhands are wearing those.
Followers of the Black Pharaoh.
Oh yeah, that too, yeah.
What does it mean to you?
To me, I found this piece of cloth at the scene of the crime when the shop was burned down.
That makes sense.
We might have
those guys been fucking with us.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if you noticed. I don't know how long you've been following us, even back then, but I'm sure those guys have been everywhere. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, so many times now.
All right. If you find them, and if we find them, I can make an appearance and wreak some havoc for wherever they hide out.
Fine. I don't know if you'll quite get the recognition, I suppose, that you'd be looking for there, but always good.
I mean, we know where they're hiding out, don't we?
Yeah, just about. We know at least a whole bunch of them are working with that plantation.
I'll go over to the plantation and see what I can dig up then. Tell me where it is, and I'll do some reconnaissance.
We also heard about that sacrifice, didn't we?
Yes.
Sacrifices? Where?
At the dig site.
New Moon. Was it Giza?
Yeah. Giza.
Yes.
New Moon beneath Giza.
All right. I have some research to do. I'll be keeping an eye still on you, gentlemen. He walks off.
Like what you see?
You can join us.
He doesn't say anything. He just jumps out a window and then grapples away.
Are you Echobirdy?
How did he even... What did he grapple onto? That's my question.
Cairo has very dense streets.
Yeah.
And also, he says, he just shouts like, "Who?" And then he just keeps going.
Worth checking. I was half thinking this guy was either Brady or Carlisle.
No. This guy's just some random superhero following you around.
Yeah, how much money does he have? He's followed us across multiple continents now, technically.
That's why I thought it might have been Carlisle.
The next day, Monday, you receive your telegram. Rama just says, "I don't know how you predicted it, but yes, it's gone."
Huh?
I suppose we can go to Turkey and investigate them.
Yes.
Indeed.
Since it's on the way to the auction anyway.
We must find out what has happened. So, are you gonna leave? Are you gonna trust Birdman to solve all the solve some problems in Cairo?
I assume we told the others about this secondary encounter with Birdman.
The main reason I told him is we're leaving anyway. He seems like a good guy.
Yes.
He can have a whack at it if he wants.
He hasn't tried to kill me yet, so...
And we have bigger fish to fry, so...
Okay. Interesting. I did not expect this.
Yeah.
I hate it when you say that, Nash.
Wow.
I like it when he says that.
No,
Just letting Birdman take over the...
All right.
No, I like it when he says that because that means
the
it
best
wasn't
idea,
written in
but-
that bench.
All right. So Cairo is done. Chapter over. Let me give you some rewards.
Points distributed.
Yay!
First of all, 10 extra luck for completing the chapter.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Let me
Back to Max.
My luck
and
is
the
so
other
low.
thing is yes. Here are your rewards. One moment, I need to look it up in the book. All right.
We probably should have let Birdman carry that on his own. Yeah.
Here you go. Here we are. Plus 1d4 sanity points for stealing the necklace. And that's it.
Oh.
Okay.
Two. Well, I'm at max sanity. That's it? Alright. No,
there's
try getting
no-
my health back.
No sanity for getting the plaque.
No. The plaque was not terribly relevant.
All right.
At least not yet.
Yet.
I thought it was the main thing in Cairo, so shows how lost I am.
Oh yes. A lot of things have been tweaked, we shall say. A lot of unexpected outcomes have occurred.
Ash.
Stop it.
So you're going to Istanbul, right?
Yeah, unless anyone in the group was anti doing that.
No,
Nope. Nope.
it's not Constantinople.
Again, I was thinking it's on the way.
It's a short train. It's a day's boat trip to get there, but it's a very common boat ride. So you arrive on Tuesday, the 17th of February, and upon your arrival back in Istanbul, Toprak, home again, home again.
Yay.
Upon your arrival, Rama is there waiting to greet you, and he goes, "Oh, yes, my friends, you finally have shown up. Okay, yes, the Crown of Natochris, it has been stolen. We don't know by who, though. Huh?
Do you have any leads?
Well, we've begun the investigation, and we couldn't really find much, unfortunately. All that was really... we did notice, though, something of interest. They rifled through the Trust's personal... What is it? Personal records of ancient texts.
Ancient
Okay.
text.
Our personal library of tomes. Come, take a look. You make your way down to Iskatal Avenue in the middle of Turkey, and upon arrival, upon arrival at the office's key location, you just see, yep, here's all the stuff we've had. They apparently were pilfering through all the old scrolls we have from the case of the simulacrum. Couldn't find what they were looking for, though.
Alright.
Yeah.
So you're in the library. You see where like the case was lifted and the necklace was stolen, or the crown. Sorry, not the necklace.
Well, I mean, we have to look around for some sort of clues because at the moment it's.
Yep, you have bookshelves everywhere. You've got a couple of other. You can reread the ancient scrolls and translations that Marion provided a long time ago. You could look around the library, or you could go to known haunts of maybe. Rama proposes the idea that like maybe the Brotherhood of the Skin has something to do with it, and it's worth trying to find what they're up to.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. But yeah, starting with this room, since Charlie doesn't have library use, he's just gonna do a spot hidden.
Yep, go for it.
Let the others worry about other things.
Yeah, anybody want to do library use checks here?
Oh! Boom!
I can't. Oh.
Oh no.
Okay.
Do I even need to make a check now?
Well, no. You might still want to do other checks, but looking around the room and doing some basic detective work, you uncover that this was a very sloppily done job. Like there's some like scuff marks lying around of some people's shoes, and you notice that like the trademark, and you find very tellingly because you critted that apparently hidden underneath one of the bookshelves in the very far back, hard to reach, somebody lost their sacred ibis dagger. I mentioned this a long time ago during the first during Horror on the Orient Express, but apparently Brotherhood of the Skin members have a signature dagger they carry with them.
Which is an ibis dagger.
Yeah, the ibis daggers. And it has written in Egyptian hieroglyphic on it, Nyarlathotep.
Fucking fan club. Since I quitted,
Yep.
Does it look like it's been planted?
No. If it was a plant, they would have made it a bit easier to find. Seeing as how this was very much obfuscated and like well hidden, this seems to have been left behind by accident and just really bad luck pushed it to like the behind a bookshelf almost.
All right. Thank you.
This job was botched, was the best way to put it.
he will of course be showing it to Clara, but I figured I'd let everyone else do what they're doing before we move on to the next thing. Does anything happen when I crit, by the way? I don't recall how Call of Cthulhu handles that.
Actually have a house rule in place. Make a note to yourself for what skills you critted on today, because I think you critted on this and another thing. I'm gonna give
That
you
and intimidate.
Yep. I'm gonna give you a penalty die for a future improvement check, so you can like have a better chance of failing. So when you roll, so that way like you have a better chance of like getting a higher improvement.
Cool. Thank you.
Yep. So, what would the others like to do in the room?
Oh.
Reading of the text mostly.
So I know we were saying in the library could be useful.
The library use could be useful.
So I might use that check.
Yep.
One of those. Hey, that's a pass. Look at that.
Let's see. Looking around the library, trying to do research with all that you know so far, you try to see if you can find anything on Natochris or on these necklaces or whatever. The only really thing you can find is this one book that mentions, like how was it? It discusses how Natochris is to be summoned on a new moon in a place of intense mythos power. Like it describes like the vague ideas of how the ritual is supposed to work. But it mentions something that like only the scroll of the heart is required for more information.
Scroll of the Heart.
Toprak, you're reading over the notes on the scroll on the Sedifikar scrolls, trying to figure out exactly what's happening here. And as you read over the scrolls again, and Marion's notes on the subject, you pass the library check.
Yes.
Reading over the scrolls, you eventually discover that like Marion was apparently obsessed for a little while there when reading these. Something about the scroll of the heart, which was some scroll that wasn't quite found. That it was referencing but was never found. The Brotherhood apparently in the olden days of Horror on the Orient Express was looking for it but could never find it. Clara, what do you want to do?
Trying to think what else I could do aside from taking a good look at this fancy dagger we found in the bookshelf. Any other signs of trouble, scuffles, evidence that might have been overlooked? Anything I can do?
Give me a... Actually, you know what? I want you to give me a... If you want to try psychometry on the room, you can do that.
Ah, yes. 2 psychometry rolls in a row. I'm sure this won't explode my brain.
You technically should have gotten all your magic points back.
I have. I just...
One
extreme success.
1d6 plus 4.
Yep.
Yes, you see it now.
Yep.
You feel the energies of the room. Anger, bickering. There was intense tension between 3 different souls, 3 different voices, all arguing with each other. None of them could quite decide on something. One of them gets shot. That's all I got for you.
By one of the others? He was shot by one of the other 2?
Yep.
Okay, when we think this went wrong, it went very wrong. Yeah. Well, he wouldn't have gone far if he was shot, so that's something. Either he's wounded and hiding or he died somewhere.
Could be worth a consideration.
Yep. Keep our eyes out.
Hmm.
Hmm.
No,
That's all I got. Someone say
that's
something.
all. That's all everyone's got, and like,
Yeah.
there's nothing else to be found here until Charlie hands you the dagger. If you want to do psychometry on that,
Which he
Yeah, I
does.
do. Give me the dagger.
psychometry check again.
Woo woo. That's another extreme success for me.
Woo!
1d6.
I'm on fire. Mm-hmm.
Here's where it gets interesting. Feeling the power of the magic of this sword, of this little dagger, you're holding it, and you just get this feeling within you that something is. You feel like, this guy, as he's running, he's making a run from his base. Some mosque, you think? And as he's charging, he runs into there, and then he starts to think that he can't. That even though they have the necklace, he gets mad. It's like, where's the scroll? Where's the scroll? I need to find the scroll. And then everybody starts, and then he just like, why are we even working for this guy? You hear a couple, just him, only what he had to say. He was so in tune with him. Why are we even working for this guy? He's not one of us. He's one of somebody else. He's a brother for the cause, and we need his help. No, I don't believe it. No. And he just starts to get mad. It's like, this guy does not have our interest. He does not worship our god. We must remove him, purge him. And that's when it's like, oh, I'm gonna blow this. This is over. I'm done. And then that's when he gets shot. He throws the dagger in the air, and that's all
Oh.
you've got.
Mm.
Whew. So we need to find him. Ideally. Provided he didn't die of being shot.
Well, if he died from getting shot, you can just read his body.
In theory.
I
You
mean,
know
this
you're
guy-
looking forward to that.
Me as a player, yes.
This guy's gonna be hard. You don't know what he looks like.
No. Let me think. If I were, if I were a defector from my group for reasons, where would I go? I would
Toprak,
hide. I would
education check.
hide very heavily.
What's check? My
Education.
journal? Education.
Education. I'm doing this for a reason.
Mm.
Alright.
What level of success?
Don't believe you.
Normal, but I could easily make it more than that.
Yeah, if you want to do it, go for it.
I'm gonna spend 9 luck, and that bumps it up one level.
Makes it hard. All right, so passing on hard. You know the streets of Istanbul well, and hearing Clara say this out loud starts your mind wondering about, like, where would you go? What would you say? Where would you go if you wanted to hide? And there's really only like one place where criminals need to hide out for a while. You need to be someplace incredibly busy with a lot of people so that you can blend in with a crowd. You need to go to the bazaar.
Of course.
And more than just the bazaar, you need to go to the place where the con artists are.
I'm about to stand out.
I might as well empty my pockets now.
Yep.
Mhm.
Rama just looks at you and just like nods. All right, one moment.
Mhm.
He removes a book from a shelf and like reveals a hidden safe behind it. Surprisingly, they didn't find this, and he cracks open the safe. Store your stuff in here. Anything you don't want to lose.
But like, if we go there, do we actually know what we're looking for?
A wounded man, right?
Hmm.
How many
Down
men
in
with
the-
gunshot wounds are there really going to be out there? Come on.
Whittles it down a peg.
A little bit.
It is at this point I would like Lewis to make a Cthulhu Mythos roll.
Oh,
Uh,
I'm wondering why me.
Oh, this is going to be very important in a moment.
Do I want to make it pass? I could. You know what? Why not? Let's have that pass. Using some luck.
Lewis, you have unlocked your insane talent.
Oh.
yay?
For the first time, this will be for free. Here's how it works. Are you ready?
Give me a moment.
Insane sense of direction.
Oh.
You can, at any time, just declare, I want to know where blank is. And I can say, yes, you can immediately just kind of walk and go based off of your intuition of where you need to go. This is useful for finding certain people, or if you're lost and you need to navigate somewhere. Sometimes I will say it won't work.
Okay.
However, when you choose to use this ability, you make a luck check.
Oh.
If you fail the luck check, it's a trap.
Oh god.
Basically, for you, Mal, what this really means is I'm basically saying, hey, if you ever want to use any metagame knowledge you've picked up from your other campaign and want to act on it, go right ahead. This is what this ability will let you do.
Oh.
For this one, Lewis, you just get this feeling in your gut. This sense of, I think I can find this guy. Having never been in this city before in your life.
I know this is. Sad.
And we all proceed to not trust him.
it's a pretty odd that he says he knows the way.
Trust me, I know it. Yeah.
Hell, I trust him. Nothing like a good old bit of intuition, am I right?
Come on.
His gut, you go to the marketplace. You're not quite sure how you know this, but it's like it's as if you have this map right in your head of like, yeah, I've been here before, been here 1,000 times, know exactly where I'm going. Despite the fact you've never been here in your entire life.
Yeah.
But it might explain why you knew there was a safe in that house, despite the fact that you shouldn't have known that there was a safe there. See?
Yeah.
Told you it'd pay off.
Yeah. Work.
And as you go to where you need to be, you eventually go into this marketplace and you find this guy in white robes and a fez. He's just sitting there going, he speaks Turkish, but Toprak interprets. What do you want with an injured man? Get lost!
We found him. Well, I found him. Others help. I don't recall.
Well, it's like this. We think you know things we'd like to know.
Again, Toprak, you're interpreting here to kind of help out. And he just says, look, don't kick a man when he's down.
I find that most.
The thing is, we could make sure you're safe. Because we happen to know that you're not particularly safe right now. But if you're not helping us, then, mate, I'm happy leaving you to the wolves.
Right. You ensure nothing bad to me, I'll tell you what you want to know.
Deal.
All right. What are your questions?
You were part of a group who set out to steal something, but you backed out.
Yes, I'm a member of the Brotherhood of the Skin, if that's what you're asking.
I mean, it's not, but thank you anyway.
You wouldn't come pursuing after me if you didn't know what you were looking for.
No.
Yeah,
Listen, we just
I
need
was
to
part
know
of
where
the
they're taking the
robbery.
thing.
Look, I don't know. I was just told that, like, bring it to the base of operations at the Shunned Mosque. Don't know where they're taking it from there.
Start at least.
Look,
Psychology, just in case.
yes, go for it.
I don't have much psychology, but it's worth a try.
I think we're all happy to throw a roll here if you
Yeah.
need it.
That doesn't pass. Sorry.
I can make a try at it if you want. Oh, he
That's
passed.
an extreme pass for me.
Mhm.
Thank you, Charlie.
Oh,
So
Charlie is just good with people.
he's telling
Yeah.
the truth.
It's just so charismatic.
He's telling the truth. Like, he really, like, that's all he knows. Like, it's like, we were told to pick this thing up and bring it to the place. But I got my doubts. I got my doubts about why we're doing this.
Yeah, what were you thinking? I mean, I kind of know what you were thinking, but I don't know all of it.
I'm going to ignore that statement and just give you what I know. So look, I work for... Look, I am a member of the Brotherhood through and through. I worship the Skinless One to this day, despite everything, despite the death of our glorious leaders. I still remain true and loyal. But what I don't understand is why on earth... and he spits as he says his name. Why on earth Al-Balawi is just... bleh. Why he was willing to work with that man.
That's the guy currently in charge, right? In our
Yeah,
document.
Al-Balawi is the guy in charge.
Ah.
He goes on this... I was with him, right? I was a very good, close member of his. He takes me with him to Cairo. I go down there. I go with some meeting with him with some meeting and meet some guy named Omar al-Shakti. He wants, like, some of our most sacred artifacts in order to obtain, like, whatever he's trying to do, and he just goes along with it because he's willing to pay heaps of cash? This is heresy. Death to the infidel.
Yeah, it doesn't seem very religious, mate.
Mm-mm.
He's in it for the cash. Doesn't believe in our goals or our ideals. So he comes here and he says that he's preparing for him to show up. That's his little rant. If you want to poke at him further, he's going to need some more prompting.
So they took it to the mosque, is that?
Yeah, they took it to the Shunned Mosque. Can't miss it. Red and looks like it's bleeding when the sun sets.
That's a description.
It's at this street, you can easily locate it.
Is there any way, anything you could tell us which might help us inside?
Well, there is the secret entrance through the back, going through this old cistern. I'd just be very careful if I were you. The water there is very much deep, and you may have to take the rowboat.
We'll make sure not to go for a swim, mate.
Seen the bones down there. It's
Ah, lovely.
Is there anything that have us do that might fuck shit up for this infidel leader of yours?
You know, there might be. Here's what you could do. You see, he's wanting to participate in this ritual that the Al Shakti guy wants. He's coming over at some point. Don't know when exactly. But if you can just like make the ritual fail, that will take him out of the leadership, especially. He'll get a bad name and everything.
I'd be happy to do that for you. How can we make sure the ritual fails?
See, that's the part I don't know. All I know is that it's apparently written in the scroll of the heart. But if the trust doesn't have it, I don't know who would.
Well, Charlie's done asking questions there. Yeah. If he doesn't know, he doesn't know.
Alright, so does Toprak know of any rivaling organizations, so to speak?
Give me an intelligence roll.
I've been in the shield for a while, surely. That's very much passes.
Piecing together the limited clues you have, you're able to construct a vague idea of something. So first of all, you know that like the Brotherhood of the Skin and the Brotherhood of the Black Pharaoh are working together right now. But this alliance is very tenuous. The only other people who could possibly have the scroll, well, there is one person you can think of, but well, he hasn't been in this city in ages. Getting a meeting with him would be particularly difficult, but he might be the one who may have obtained it at some point. But you don't like this answer. Can you take a guess at who I'm gesturing towards?
Yeah, I know who you mean.
I'm real deaf tonight, so...
Do you the Jigsaw Prince?
Jigsaw Prince.
He dealt in artifacts, that Swiss man. He used to live in Turkey for a while, you know. But now he's disappeared. No clue where he went off to after the events of Horror on the Orient Express. No clue. But if there's anyone who would know where to find it, it'd be him. But he's kind of a devil to make deals with. Clara, no. There is a way to get a hold of him, but you're not going to like it.
Go on.
Here's all you got to do. You need to give him something that he would probably want, and you need to find a guy who can easily talk to him. And just as you start to inform people about this guy, like I think, like Toprak, would you tell the others about this guy? Would you tell the others about your experience with him? Because they've never met him. You met him once, and he was like a Jabba the Hutt looking man.
Him, yes.
No, yeah, I do tell the others.
I wasn't there, but...
Right as you say his name. Oh no, children. Please don't tell me you're gonna go talk to him now.
Oh no.
What?
Mr. Voss shows up.
You
Oh.
again.
Hello
It's-
there, children. Pleased to see you.
Mm.
Hello.
Hey, yo.
This other guy, like the guy who's here, is like just freaks the hell out that he sees this blue guy appear before him, and he bows and he goes, "The simulacrum stands before me. It has returned." To which he responds, "No, no, 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 no. I'm not the simulacrum." Good guess, though. Good guess.
Oh, that's the guessing one.
Forgive me. Some people swear they see me as whatever local thing they worship. It's a bit of a problem.
It sounds pretty fun, to be honest.
It
Hmm.
gets boring after 1,000 years.
You'll have to
but
be
most things do.
taller for that to happen to you, Toppy.
Oh, yes. Oh, look at the short guy. He roughs up your hair.
Get off.
Now, listen. Look, you want to go speak to that guy? I mean, I've met him a couple of times, and, well, I can get him for you. He's easy to get in contact with. I can bring him over here as soon as you need him.
Hmm.
That would be really helpful.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you want to talk to the fucker yet.
Yes, but if you ever need him, just, like, clap your hands just twice, and I'll come back and get it arranged.
That sounds like something I could
easily
do by accident.
You know what? That's a good point. How about this? Just say Mr. Christopher Vaz once, and then they'll be good. Full name. Give me the full name.
Will that work all the time or just this time?
Just this once.
Tonight.
I typically
I
It's
like
a
the idea of being able to
once-
summon you on cue.
Is it once for every one of us, or as a group?
as a group.
Oh,
Vaz, by the way, you were told by the Black Pharaoh to say hi to him, for him if you wanted to.
I have completely forgotten.
Yes, he mentioned at one point that like oh, say hi to Vaz for me.
oh yeah.
Any of you gonna do it?
The
Fuck
Black
that
Pharaoh
guy,
says
no.
hello.
I didn't think my brother and I were on speaking terms.
Wait, what?
Hold the phone.
Well, that's probably why he asked us to say hi. Otherwise, he'd do it himself, right? If you were on speaking terms.
Well, we're kind of on speaking terms. You see, we typically don't talk to each other when a bet's going on.
Oh, I see. This silly wager thing.
Oh, it's not a wager, for se. We've had to make this bet over and over and over again. This isn't the first time we've made this exact wager very similar to this.
Hmm.
This
This
is
is
not
not
the
the
first
first thing.
time we have made this bet very similar to this.
A bet similar to this. The
But
world
not
has
this
been...
exact thing.
Oh, not this exact thing, but you see, when you've seen the universe get destroyed and then a new one is made and then you repeat the cycle hoping to break it this time, it gets old and tiring. I've had to repeat this I don't know how many times. And I've seen the world end multiple times, and yet you humans never seem to give up every time we keep making you, so yes, I suppose that's the case. Well, when my
Has
older brother
any-
makes you. My younger brother who you talk to, certainly.
How many
Has
brothers
anyone
do you
ever
have?
succeeded?
So the Black Pharaoh is your younger brother, then.
Oh yes, I have an older brother, but you haven't met him yet. You will, and I guarantee you'll enjoy his company, but yeah, you haven't met him yet.
Charlie will take that as meaning that he can't die until he has met the older brother.
In a sense. Give or take. But yeah, that's yeah, I didn't want you to know that he was my brother, but yeah, you're trying to subdue him.
Okay.
Again, you say this has happened before. Yeah?
Oh yeah. You see, well, we have a little deal, me and him. Well, me and the three brothers, you know. One of us makes it, one of us oversees it, one of us destroys it. That's how it goes.
Hmm?
That's funny.
Has
Yeah.
anybody ever successfully stopped the world from ending?
Well, sometimes we put it off, and every time we do it, it seems to last longer than the last time.
Hmm.
So we've got a chance in hell of actually pulling this off. That's what I want to know.
Yes. You always do. It's just a matter of the fact that, well, let me put it like this. Put rather simply, whether or not you succeed, what I'm trying to do is break the cycle. I'm trying to make it so that way you humans actually can go to your full potential as a species. But alas, it requires a lot of failure in order to get it right.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna be getting there. Yeah.
Circle will be unbroken, my friends. By and by, Lord, by and by.
That's fine, Vast. It ain't getting better than me.
Well, if you excuse me, I must be on my way. Call me once if you want to speak to him. Ugh.
Hmm.
Uh, I'll tell you one thing. That man ain't human. He's a man, but he ain't human.
Of course, it's a man.
Neither are
It's in
you.
the title.
I suppose so. Bye-bye, friends. Bye-bye. And he meanders into the market and just disappears.
Hmm.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Guess he's gone. Yeah.
I should probably have asked for the bets. Oh well. Most of it is there.
Either way. Ugh.
Certainly something.
Yeah.
More clues have been dropped. More clues have been dropped to his identity.
Don't say that.
Say.
Hmm.
But now you know his pecking order in the mythos.
Somewhere in the
No.
middle.
Yeah. I mean, you already kind of did, I think.
Really,
Just
you had
high.
that-
I also think we kind of
My
already-
machine went off to him. He was just high enough to blow it. I recall.
I know, but I never made it explicitly clear who he's related to, mythos-wise.
Okay, yeah.
I hinted at it, but I don't think I ever explicitly said, oh, yes, Nyarlathotep is his brother.
Hmm.
Or half. I'm not quite sure how familial relationships in the family tree work.
Yeah.
As I've said, though, the mythos is inbred as fuck.
Yep.
Of course.
Well, so is, I guess, Adam and Eve when you think about it. Don't think about it.
Don't think about it.
Ah.
Anywho. The guy, he's still there. He's still kind of like worshipfully bowing. He's like, oh, the simulacrum's got. Right, it wasn't the simul. I'm sorry, I get religious fervor all the damn time. Fear, really.
That's okay.
Hmm.
No judgment here.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna go to the mosque and try to take him out? Because if that's the case, I'll gladly. Look. I want to be the leader of the Brotherhood, the Skin, but I'll be frank. After seeing all this and the fact that we're just keep getting licked, I'm willing to get you out of, like just like reform the organization, if you will. Change our identities, make it less about this. I mean, I just apparently had my god show up in front of me and tell me it wasn't the case. So I'm open to a suggestion right now.
Yeah, I suppose that works.
That's good.
How nice of him.
Yeah, if you tell them to start worshipping us instead, I'm sure we can help you out.
You know?
He's a pretty good guy, to be honest.
Yep, he's definitely not a bad whatever he is, it isn't a bad.
All right. Yeah. I'll start worshiping that guy, and
Alright, cool.
I mean, he just showed off his powers to me. I don't know if you saw this, but he had like multiple arms. It was crazy. Or was
Yeah.
it
The
multiple
novelty
hymns?
kind of wears off.
Yeah.
Once you see it a couple of times, it's just
It's,
that's Mr. Vaz again.
Yep,
It
it's,
stops.
it's
It loses its
Vaz.
luster.
He's just a thing in our life, I guess.
I don't think it's in our interest to convince this guy that he didn't see a religious figure.
Yeah. Religion. It's a
I'm
thing.
not saying he didn't. I'm saying we've seen him many times. So the awe.
To say
is
we're
growing.
religious as well.
Look, mate,
And I
what
will.
is fucking impressive. So yeah, we'll help you out.
All right. Yeah. I do have some idea about where the scroll could be. There was some discussion about it being possibly. Yes, the graveyard. There was an old graveyard where the Brotherhood used to hide out. You could try digging around there a bit.
Where is it at?
You'll have to cross the Golden Horn, but you should be able to get there with ease. Geographically, that's the bit of the Bosphorus that's just that you have to cross in order to get to the other side of the city.
Okay.
Okay.
It should get you there. And if you can't find it, well, I suppose you have that contact of yours. Ugh. Good luck. I'll be hiding out. I'll meet you again here if you ever need me. I got around 12 every day. Now,
That's
Well,
great,
thank you.
man. Thank you.
Now, if you excuse me, he stands up and he starts, clutching his bullet wound.
Yeah, go get that looked at, sir.
Yep.
Mm.
So, what's the plan, Sam? It's about midday.
About how long would it take for us to get to that cemetery?
No, I mean, the mosque was just sort of here.
Yeah.
To get over to the cemetery, it would take you about half a day. So, it would take you the rest of the day to do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you all think we want to try and get over there, but it'll take a while, but of course we could always just try and go to didn't our lives get complicated?
Yes. Yes, they
What's
did.
wrong with
Lewis.
complicated?
Our lives aren't exactly simple either.
I mean, it sounded very easy to me, like break into the Skinless One compound, steal the crown.
Nothing we haven't already done.
Fuck up the
that's
leader.
that.
Technically.
Suppose that's the route we'll be taking then.
You could break into the Skinless One compound and just steal the crown, and that would help. You do know for certain that you need those three artifacts to have the ritual succeed. And if one of you is willing to make a occult check, I could give you a little bit of some extra insight.
One of y'all should
I can
probably
do
do that. Make it?
Nah. Sorry.
I could always make a shot if we really want to, but
Toprak, you have a good occult.
What?
Doesn't Toprak have a cult?
Yeah, but not
you
that
should.
much, sadly.
More than I have.
Give it a shot.
I got like 10.
I'll spend some luck for you.
You.
You learn of something, and you come to. The idea is this: you already have the necklace, and they don't even know that you have it. The idea would be that maybe they only need some of the artifacts to succeed, but the fewer artifacts they have, the better. Mechanics-wise, let me just kind of give you an idea of how this works mechanically. Every artifact of theirs you steal that they need to complete the ritual is one thing, is like, it decreases the odds of success. I just give them a roll, and then that determines if they succeed or fail.
Okay.
With a guaranteed they fail if you can, like, get everything. So stealing the crown would work if you want to try to get it back.
It's definitely a good goal to have in that case. I think we should go for it. Anything to help us stop them. It's a good idea.
Yep. Okay, so are we doing this?
Well, yeah, can do.
All right, I'm gonna set up the end of the session for the day then. Finding the shunned mosque again isn't hard. Toprak, you've been there before. You remember it very well.
Mm-hmm.
And hell, Charlie's been there before. That's where you found the crown. So getting there isn't the hard part. You arrive at that back entrance into the water cistern. You descend the stairs, going deep into the water, into the cistern below, crossing over to the water, and the old wooden rowboat still there to cross with. What do? You could, of course, walk around the edge if you wanted to. Hello?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Did my entire description miss? There's the walk around way, but
Yeah.
you have to jump over a thing, or you could take the rowboat.
No, we heard. I just think
Yeah.
anyone wanted
Do
to
you-
decide.
Shall we take a chance with the rowboat?
Do we
mean-
have any valid reason not to take the rowboat?
Loudness, if you really want to worry about that.
Professor, roll education.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, the professor saw that the dragon was dead.
Yep. Yeah, the dragon's dead. There's nothing to worry about.
Phew.
Okay.
Alright. No dragon.
You
Good.
still can, Toprak, you still peer down into the water, though, seeing the bones still at the bottom, where the dragon had died all those years ago. Before your time, even. And as you row across the cistern, over to the other side, you climb up the other side of the old walls and approach to the staircase that leads into the mosque proper. It is there when you poke your head up and look into the main mosque chamber, just a peek, just to see what's there. You gaze upon the room. You see the altar where the crown is currently displayed. And as you look onto there, you see the leader. You see a few members of the Brotherhood of the Skin. But what surprises you are there's more members here than there ought to be. You see, there are men in white robes with golden upside down ankhs on them, all chanting in unison.
So we've come to an agreement. Aye. We're gonna lay off of some of the harshness. And we're gonna go back to good old-fashioned beaten up cults. Aye, indeed. At least the Brotherhood of the Skin is back. We can usually count on them to be easy bad guys. Alright, we're gonna take this time in Europe to, just recenter ourselves. Alright, lad. I'm gonna trust you, and we're gonna go for it. Well, ladies, folks, and gentlemen, we return once again to the shunned mosque for one last showdown between the Smith and Hunt Trust versus the Brotherhood of the Skin, with their allies, the Brotherhood of the Black Pharaoh. Tune next time to episode 14 of Masks of Nyarlathotep, the showdown in the Golden Horn. As always, I am your humble servant, vitusvarnus, signing out.